Dr. Leonard Scott, Tyscot Records, and Feel Good. We've been sharing this great song with you from the onset, and we're going to see if we can cross the T's and dot the I's and talk to Dr. Leonard Scott this morning here on the Highway Gospel Highway 11. We say good morning to you.
Good morning. How you doing, Fred?
I'm doing good. I feel good.
I feel good too, man.
No, that's right. Welcome to Gospel Highway 11. It's been a minute since we last spoke, but congratulations on the rebirth of Feel Good.
Thank you. You know, we're celebrating 40 years as a record company this year, and we just wanted to do something a little special. We went back and got the very first single we put out when we launched the label, so it's been a good journey.
Yes, 40 years is a long time, bringing gospel music at its very best, and we really appreciate it. And like I was sharing with you off the air, I said, I don't know if anyone told you or not, but when I was at the Stellas this past February, January, whenever it was, early this year,
right.
A lot of music takes place there. You did this song. It just kind of ran through me, and I couldn't wait to get my hands on it to share it with the Philadelphia audience.
It's a good song. It's a feel-good song.
Yes.
And I think we need a lot more of that.
So true.
People. A lot of people are angry, frustrated, and they just have to know that when you've been washed in the blood of the Lamb, you can feel good. You know, regardless of what's going on around you, you can have this assurance that God's got it under control. He's in control, and just feel good. You know.
Feel good about it. Now, Tyscot Records has been around for a long time. Tyscot has blessed us with great music to be able to share with our listening audience, and that is truly a blessing. So that means you guys have been upholding a standard for many, many years. And if I wouldn't dare go to try to start talking about all the artists that you guys have produced on Tyscot Records, being the oldest black record company in the nation, right?
Gospel, yes.
Who was the first artist you guys signed up?
Well, the first artist was actually the Christ Church radio choir. We used to call them radio choirs back then.
Yeah.
That was our church choir, and that's how the label actually got launched. We needed a label to put our choir recording on. So that was our first, and Feel Good was the song. That was our first recording and our first artist.
Wow. Yeah. Now, like I said, there's been so many artists. History has it that this was just a hobby for you. Yeah.
It was something I like to do, and really, I remember every year when you do get ready for your taxes, pay your taxes, and you meet with your accountant, and he would tell me, man, this business, the dental business is doing good. This one, but he'd always get to the record company saying, "Now you need to shut that down. That's not." That's taking the money from all the rest of them. And, I would tell him that, and he liked to golf. So I tell him, well, you like to golf, I like gospel music,
Yes.
So, hey. So, yeah, it was, at the beginning, it was just something I enjoyed doing.
It was just a hobby for you.
Yeah, more or less.
But you know what? A lot of times, people don't realize where God's going to take that passion that you have in your heart.
That's right. And he certainly took it and turned it around and just blows my mind. But, I had no idea back then that the Lord was going to take us to where he's brought us to today. Yes.
And especially with those 12 Stellas.
Right.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to let you share.
Well, this past Stellar Awards, back in February, one of our artists actually received 10 Stellar Awards, broke the record for receiving a number of Stellars that won awards, and that was Anthony Brown and Group Therapy. And then Rance Allen, I think, received 2, and then KCJ, our new artist, received 1. And so a total of 13.
13. I forgot about her. Yes. That's incredible. I mean, for one record company to walk away there and their artists received 13 Stellars, that's wonderful on your 40th year, huh?
Yeah, just like God just smiling on us, man. He's smiling. Somebody say he's laughing,
He's laughing. It's your time. That's what it is. It's your time. Travelers, if you're just joining us, Fred Blain with you, our Friday Gospel Spotlight. And we're talking with Dr. Leonard Scott from Tyscot Records. And they've been supplying us with great gospel music down through the years. And this latest one we've been sharing entitled Feel Good. It's a feel-good song, and it just makes you want to run out and tell somebody how good you feel about the Lord. Now, who wrote that?
Actually, my partner, Craig Tyson, back in the day, he was the church organist and also my nephew. And when we began writing songs and getting together, he's the one who said, you know what, I think we need to do a record. And that's kind of how, and back then we kind of did everything together. And so we, write songs. In fact, on that first album, you'll see every song has both our names on it.
Wow.
And some of them he came up with, and some of them I came up with, but, we worked together on them. And that's sort of, how that happened. Now, he's gone on to be with the Lord. He battled with diabetes, which is, something that we need to, watch health-wise.
So true.
But a tremendous organist and musician.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And songwriter.
Now, you shared something else. Now, I really want you to share that with our listening audience today. When we were in Las Vegas, you shared about your son and where he was in his career and what happened.
Yes, back the record company was more or less, like a hobby. We were putting out a few records, and he was actually going to be a dentist, going to school to be a dentist.
Uh-huh.
He had gone through the college courses. He had one course to take in order, for all of his requirements. I think it was a physics course, and he had already been accepted in the next dental class, pending him passing, this physics course over the summer. And I never will forget, he came to me during that time and told me, he said, the Lord told me to help you with the record company, Dad. Of course, at the time, the record company, the dental practice was doing real good. But the record company was, like you say, a hobby,
Yeah.
But when he said, the Lord said for him to do it, even though it didn't make natural sense,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna box with God, And so,
yeah, when God tells you something, sometimes it don't make natural sense.
That is the truth. But you know what? If it always made sense, it wouldn't take any faith.
So true.
And it says, without faith, it's impossible to please God.
Uh-huh.
I believe God, tests us in order to see if we're going to have the faith to believe Him, even when it doesn't make natural sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, when he stepped in, things started to turn around, and it became a viable, business entity.
Went from a hobby to a bona fide company that's been cranking out great gospel music, blessing the nation for 40 years.
Yes.
Wow. I know you got to be proud also.
Oh, yeah. That's my boy.
I know. Yeah. Got the medal and keeping it running. He has a passion for this thing also. And matter of fact, it's just other members of the family who've been pitching in and helping this thing to move through the years.
Yes. A number of family members have worked with us right presently. My nephew, also Sidney Scott, has been working with us for a number of years, and he's a viable force also that
yes.
really makes things happen, and has formed a lot of relationships with people in the industry, and we just thank the Lord for him.
So true. Dr. Leonard Scott with us this morning here on the Highway Gospel Highway 11. We want you to get out and get that feel-good song. How can they get it?
Well, of course, it's available on Amazon.com and iTunes, Walmart. The CD is actually a compilation of songs down through the years, with Feel Good, and then also coming up, we did song Holy One by Trinity Temple, Full Gospel Mass Choir. I don't know if you remember that. That was
sure. I love Jesus more today than yesterday, yeah.
First Kirk Franklin songs, before he was an artist in his own right. People don't realize he used to write for a lot of people and perform with other artists. So we got that on there. Jesus is Real by Reverend John P. Key and New Life Community Choir. It's Only a Test by Bishop Larry Trotter. Just some of those, Dietrich Haddon, Rodney Bryant, Deshaun Mitchell, of course, Rance Allen, Bishop Noel Jones. These are some of the artists. Darwin Hobbs with He's Able. And, of course, Anthony Brown and KCJ. So it's a compilation of, some of our biggest songs from year one down to the present.
And what is the title of the CD?
The title of the CD is Feel Good, 40 Years of Life-Changing Music.
See, I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to mess it up. Feel Good, that's right, life-changing music. Yeah, Yeah, so we're inviting all of our travelers to get out and get that. That's going to be a collector's item. You'll put that in your car or at home, and it'll just run, and you will be blessed. I know that's right.
Yes, yes. It's good piece. Good album.
Yes. Well, Dr. Scott, in our fading moments here, any final words you would like to leave to encourage our listening audience and maybe some of the upcoming artists out there who are doing what you're doing and carrying this message? Well,
first of all, Fred, I want to thank you so much for allowing me to share over there this morning. And I would encourage, sometimes it can be very frustrating as an artist. Seems like you're just spinning your wheels, getting nowhere. But I want to encourage you that faithfulness, God honors faithfulness. Even when it doesn't seem like anything's happening, be faithful. Be faithful to the work of God. Be faithful to the Word of God. And I guarantee you, if you are faithful, God will bring you through.
I know that's right. That's a great word, a wise word, too, because sometimes it seems like it's just no use. I'm going to pack up and go home, but, your blessing could be just on the next day when you're just about ready to quit.
That's right. That's right. Keep on going and watch God move.
Amen. Dr. Leonard Scott, thanks so very, very much for joining us here on Gospel Highway 11 and giving us that great feel-good song, Feel Good, all right?
All right. Thank you, Fred.
Have a great day now.
God bless.
Bye-bye. Mm-hmm.